yesterday I played against a deck very similar to this one and it really piqued my interest. This is Dimir Party with Malakir Blood-Priest. They played some warriors, but I didn't really find any warriors that I liked to be played in this deck. The only good warrior is the Gale Blade or the Accursed Marauder, but I don't think it really fits with this archetype for me, so I just settled with 3 creatures in the party. We have a Cleric, that is the Blood-Priest, we have some Rogues in the Miscreants, and we also have Wizards in the Faeries, Spellstutter Sprite, and the Archaeomancer. You can see that it's really nice and very convenient that a lot of the creature types that fit into the party are Fairies, which opens us for Spellstutter Sprite and the Fairy package, which is really powerful. And since we are playing a lot of ETB value and we are playing the Blood-Priest, I was like, yeah, let's make this a Ghostly Flicker deck with Archaeomancer, who is a wizard too, by the way. So we are flickering the Tiding Blade, the Blood-Priest. We can even flicker a Sprite, which is pretty nasty if it hits, and flickering the Miscreant if we have 2 of them, or the Fairy Seer is also pretty powerful. We can also flicker Kraken Relic and Tiding Blade, I already said that. What's not bad also is to flicker a Thorn of the Black Rose if you need to regain the Monarch, but this is here just to beat matchups like Giant Wildfire, and when we control the board we really want to stick the Monarch. It's a great source of card advantage too. Apart from that, we are playing some removal spells. We have Cast Down. In the counter magic section we got Counter Spells, Spellstutter Sprite, really powerful, right? We are also playing 1 Suffocating Fumes and 2 Snuff Outs. We are playing 1 more land than Dimir Fairies do, which is 19. We are playing 2 Bojuka Books because Ghostly Flicker works so well with it. 2 Foreboding Landscapes, 4 Ice Tunnel, I think 9 islands, and then 2 swamps. We are also playing Lorien Revealed for a total of 23 lands, so making land drops really shouldn't be a problem, but of course we are going to see. I want to mention there is also a second version of this deck I built, but I didn't really realize it because I think it was a little bit worse than this one. Instead of the Miscreant, you could play Sneaky Snacker, but if you play Sneaky Snacker, because it's a Fairy Rogue, so it actually fulfills the same role in the party, you would need to play 4 Abandon attachments, 4 Brainstorm, and probably 1 Deep Analysis. And if you did that, I don't think there is a space for the Ghostly Flicker package, and then I feel like the Malakir Blood-Priest would be wasted a little bit. So you could definitely try that, then your deck will resemble very closely Dimir Fairies, which would also be really powerful. You could still add the party mechanic to it, but I really want this to be a Ghostly Flicker deck, so I didn't go with the Sneaky Snackers. Regarding the sideboard, we got 3 Annuls, 1 Dispel, 4 Hydroblast against red, 1 Extract the Confession against like Tear, Boggle, stuff like that, 2 Arms of Hadar as a way to clear the board, 1 Ambusher. Yes, it is not a party type, but we have a decent value with the Fairies and it's a great way to gain life in these Dimir decks. And then last but not least, 3 Nihil Spell Bombs against Dredge and Spy. With the Ghostly Flicker and Bojuka Book, I think we are doing a great job of making sure the graveyard decks can't win against us. So this is Dimir Party, let's see how we do. Okay, so that was a mulligan. This hand is horrible, honestly. Do we need to go to 5? Yeah, I think we do. Sucks, but okay, this hand is keepable. We're gonna get rid of Archaeomancer, Miscreant, I think. We'll see what they're playing. If there's nothing interesting, we're just gonna bog on 1. They go Volt. Okay. Oh no, this is not good. Probably Black Sacrifice. Well, no, it's not Black Sacrifice with Volt. It's Cycle Storm. Yeah. It could be also... I think they have like a cheating Greystalker on board this turn. That's interesting. They're kinda dealing a lot of damage to themselves though, I'm gonna be honest. They're 12. What if we are mono red? What then? Well, obviously not, but I think we'll just bog on 1, right? Yeah, we're just gonna bog on 1. Decklist is from older stream. Oh, I need to update it. Oh no. I swear I did. Okay, should be updated now. We're just gonna pass the turn. This looks like Cycle Storm of some sort. Why did they try to go so early? They probably just wanted to draw 4 cards. They went Dark Ritual, Double Raid, Reaping. Yeah, they were just cycling, I think. Oh, okay. Are they gonna do the same thing again? Grab it. They're playing very aggressively, yeah, for sure. Maybe it's correct. I don't know. So another Dark Ritual. I don't want to say wasted, but Dranid Stinger. They're going really aggressive. What the f? Fairy Seer, Kraken Relic. Okay, I guess I'm gonna just go Kraken Relic here. Another Sprite. Okay, so we can go Fairy Seer, hold up Sprite. Is not bad. Cycle. So, okay. Sure. We need removal for the Stinger. I might build that Knight deck when Lorwyn comes out. Okay, they play Lotus Petal. Newer Changelings. Some are better than most Knights. They truly are. Lotus Petal. Okay, it looks like they're just going like mid-range. Just trying to cycle me to death. I don't... Cycle Horror. That's gonna be it. Okay. I don't know what to think. Very interesting. Okay, never mind. They are dealing more damage to themselves than to us, but I I respect it, I suppose. Gonna swing for... Not gonna swing. Not gonna swing? Okay. Let's draw. A cast down is pretty incredible. I actually think I want to spell stutter, hold up spell stutter. I'm gonna go Faeries here. Scry 2, let's see what we find. Yeah. That's probably... That's great. I'm gonna go top. I have to make sure I don't shuffle. I'm gonna take a couple more hits from the Stinger.
Hi!
If it means that I have the chance of spell stuttering like a Dark Ritual or something. You know, they seem to be doing something. Cycle like a rabbit. I'm okay with this. That's it. That's everything. Okay, I'm just gonna cast down then. Let's draw. We find a spell stutter. We have a counter spell on top, which is really good. But I feel like we already have spell stutters for all this. So I'm just gonna Island Cycle, pick up an Ice Tunnel, play the Ice Tunnel. I'm gonna attack for 1. They're at 10. I mean, this Faeries here is an amazing clock. Matt Matabi, welcome. What's up? Yeah, they played it really weird. I mean, what they did could have worked, but it's very weird to play like that blind. Okay, they're gonna cycle Street Raid. They're at 7. I mean, really? We're just gonna spell stutter whatever they do, right? Yeah, I mean, cycling a Wontosaur is fine. Okay, they find a Great Furnace. Let's go. I'm just gonna crack the Relic, right? I could wait. Maybe I should wait. I could also play a spell stutter Sprite. I'm just gonna chill though. There's no reason to go crazy, right? Like, they need a Ritual or at least a Lotus Petal to try and go off. But if we don't let them do that, we're just golden, so... Good morning, Gecko, what's up? I think I'm gonna crack the Relic though. I was like, if I draw a Granite Stinger, just spell stutter. If I draw a like Ghostly Flicker, it might be better to do it the other way, but nah, I think we're chilling. They're gonna play a Baron Moor, okay, and step. I'm gonna crack a Relic now. Should have done it last turn to be honest, but final an Island, okay, and a Fairy Miscreant. That increases our clock. We can also counter up to 4-drop now, so just gonna swing. I think we have them this game. They played it very weird. I'm not myself a Cycle Storm player, so I really don't know if this is how you should play Cycle Storm, but not sure. Was really interesting. Playing the Fae is correct. It doubles your clock while keeping 2 counters. True, yes. I think end-stepping the Fae, or at least cracking the Relic, right, was also correct. I should have done this the turn before, though, even. They would be really close to that now. There go Cabal Ritual, no reason to let that resolve. We had 4 damage, no reason to go for a spell stutter Sprite here. We find the Fairy Miscreant. I'm gonna go to combat. Game has ended. Okay. Is Cabal Ritual an instant? It is. We're bringing this spell. Okay, so... I think Hydroblast. So their way of winning is playing a Dranit Stinger, am I right? If their way of winning is playing a Dranit Stinger, it might be right to actually play a Hydroblast here. So I'm gonna bring Hydros. I don't like Fumes. I don't like Thorn. I think Snuff Out shouldn't really be necessary, but I might be wrong. We only need to counter 1 and 2 drops. So I actually think we are getting rid of the party this time, and we're getting rid of the Tiding Blade. We're gonna make some pretty drastic changes to this list. We're gonna bring in triple Spell Bomb. We're gonna bring in 1 Dispel. Is this good? What do we think about it? We are relying, as far as card advantage goes, we are relying on Archaeomancer, Ghostly Flicker, Crouch, and Relic, which is an interesting way to do it, I guess. Anything else we might want here? Artifact or Enchantment doesn't really hit anything relevant. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna submit. Keep cast down. He'll board into beatdown plan. Oh yeah, some people do board into... How are they called? The Gravestalkers, right? So that's pretty interesting. Okay, what is this hand? It has Relic Flicker. I almost want to keep it. It's awkward though. They begin the game with 7 and they're going first. Ugh, I don't know, man. I think I want to mulligan. I need some counter magic. A 1-lander with a Miscreant though and the Flicker. I'm gonna keep Ditch a Flicker. This hand is better than the previous one. We have 2 looks at a land, basically. Did they just... So they're hoping to find land by cycling a Street Raid. Do I understand this correctly? Okay, Petal. Correct Petal cycle or... Okay, Ritual. Okay, they are doing the same thing they done before. Okay, Cabal... Whoa, like, what is happening? Like, are we just cycling and returning 2 creatures with... Or are we just trying to find lands? What are we doing here? Another... Okay, we are really trying to find lands, I think. Something is telling me we are really trying to find lands. Have you considered doing Pauper metagame videos or like a discussion rather than gameplay? The videos are awesome. It's funny you're saying that. I actually pondering about doing discussion videos, like just playing a game as like a background only and just talking about something in Pauper. I think it could be pretty fine and actually pretty fun to do for me. And if you guys would like that, that would be awesome. Do you try anytime Pauper? Okay, here is Reaping the Graves. This was actually a very good turn for them. Like, what the you can actually do this on turn 1 in Cycle Storm. That's crazy, yo. Pauper Commander? Yes. I'm actually looking pretty heavily into Pauper Commander. That format looks incredibly fun, if I'm being honest. So they can cycle something else. Dear lord. Like, what? They are 14 cards deep on turn 0 for me. Like, oh, here's a Spell Bomb. Like, should I play it? Or we're gonna go Island, and what's next? What's next? Should I Faeries here? Should I Spell Bomb? Sorry, should I Miscreant? Should I Spell Bomb? They need double Reaping. Absolutely Spell Bomb. GG, they lost. Yeah, so I know when to activate Spell Bomb against Cycle Storm. It's after they cast their first Reaping the Graves, right? You can also do it in response to Songs of the Damned, but it feels better after first Reaping. And if they have a second Reaping, they can outplay me, but if they don't, they lose. I'm gonna go Spell Bomb. They seem to be going really crazy here. This looks spicy. Yeah, Brian. I mean, I guess on both sides of the table, so to some extent. The only thing I don't like about this deck is I'm kind of relying on Cryogen Relic and Ghostly Flicker to kind of to generate my card advantage because I'm not playing ninjas. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, they're gonna go Songs. I'll say Songs are fine. They were probably trying to bait me. Cycle like a rabbit. They are really searching for lands, I think. Yeah, searching for lands. They play 12 of them in their deck. That's it. Okay, so they have literally nothing. It's always so funny playing against Cycle Storm. The deck plays like nothing else. Hydro is good. But I think I'm gonna set up some clock with Miscreant. I need a land next turn. I'm gonna play Miscreant next turn. I need a second land, dude. Hydroblast is incredible against them because I think if they're going for the combo plan, they have to play a Stinger and Hydroblast just deals with that so amazingly. You're getting back to the format. You wanna try the Angels build? That deck is really fun, though it's pretty hard to build properly, I think. Maybe the new changelings from Lorwyn will actually be pretty slick. Okay, end step. So we finally have some breathing time here. Another Spell Bomb. I think one is enough for now. I'm gonna go to combat. I think I wanna draw, hopefully, into a second land. We play, well, a lot of lands. 23, actually, with Lawrence. Faeries here? Yo, okay. I guess I should set up double Spell Bomb and beat them with my 1/1s. They're gonna do nothing? Oh my god. Archaeomancer? Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, well, a couple options. One of them is to play a second Spell Bomb and maybe even crack the first one. The thing I'm pretty afraid here about is, the thing I'm pretty afraid of is what I meant to say, is getting Gravestalker. If they play Vault of Whispers and Gravestalker, I'm not sure how I feel about this. But I think the proper thing to do is actually play Faeries here, make sure we hit a land drop next turn. I think that's the appropriate thing to do. If we hit the swamp, we can cast down. I'm gonna go Faeries here. Bro, what is this game? I mean, yeah, that's Pauper with all its beauty for ya. And we literally find nothing. I could keep the Miscreant because it does the same thing, but Jesus Christ, I'm gonna double bottom. Where are my lands? I mean, there's not even Lorien anywhere, like, dear lord. Oh no, do they have it? Uh-oh, Ritual, uh-oh, here it comes. Here we go. I'd keep the Miscreant, it's more looks. Well, the thing is, if we keep the Miscreant next turn, don't find land, we can't hold up Hydro or play another Spell Bomb, you know? So it actually sets us back pretty heavily if we don't hit. Okay, another Dark Ritual, Jesus Christ. So we are waiting for Reaping the Graves. Rowan's Grim Search. Yeah, sure. They go to 9, by the way, like, okay. I think I should just... Okay, this is fine. Hopefully we hit land. Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. Let's go to combat. I'm gonna play a second Spell Bomb. I could hold up Hydro, but I think I'm okay. They're also almost dead, so... And I think double Spell Bomb is pretty unbeatable. They need 3 Reapings. That's like... They have already 1 in the graveyard. This is pretty bad for them. They cycle Stinger. Okay, they do nothing. Okay, they have 1 turn left to live. This is pretty good. Relic. There's no reason to do anything. We will hold up Hydroblast and heal Spell Bomb activation. And I'm actually gonna activate the Spell Bomb no matter what. I will just use the mana from the Ice Tunnel if they like pass the turn again. But they can't do that because they would just lose on the board, right? Cycle a Barren Moor. Yes. How does one beat the Golgari Pestilence Food Cat Cauldron deck? It seems unbeatable. We win! Nice! Let's talk about the Golgari Pestilence in the next game. We win, let's go guys! I think they kinda defeated themselves though. I didn't do much this game, but GG. Alright guys, very small intersection here. The version with Ghostly Flicker was cool, but it didn't work as well as I thought it would. The reason for that is we were actually lacking a lot of card advantage, so even though the Ghostly Flicker idea was pretty cool, the only thing or the only way we could actually generate card advantage apart from Lorien was flickering Kraken Relic, which wasn't ideal. So now I've resorted to the second version with Sneaky Snackers. We've decided with the chat that this could be more fun. We are playing Malakir Blood-Priest, and because we are playing almost like a fairy deck, I'm going for a couple of ninjas. It almost looks like a fairy deck with the Blood-Priest. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to play though, so we are gonna try this out and I'll see you in the games. Alright, we play against Swaylar, who always plays something interesting, so I wonder what it's gonna be this time. We find the one-lander with Brainstorm. We're going first. This is not very good. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, yeah, this looks a little bit better. I could imagine this being good. I'm gonna ditch a Brainstorm, I think. Obviously, very weird hand, but I think we can, you know, make it work. We're gonna search for an island. We have only one swamp and 2 bogs, and then 2 landscapes. Most of our decks are islands or dual lands, but didn't really find them. They're on Angels, which I don't know how it feels as a matchup. Not amazingly, to be honest. They're on Angels with Lone and Squire. They play Perfected Pastry in their list. Bojuka Bog is very important. I could go for a counter spell. I'm just gonna... We have a lot of land drops, so I'm just gonna be chilling. They're not doing anything. I will not do anything too. Counter spell. I'm gonna go Swamp past the turn. I could play Malakir Blood-Priest. I'm gonna wait though. They're gonna sack the Pastry, draw a card, gain 2. Yep. 3 mana. Scroll of Avacyn is okay. 1-2. Probably Squire. No, a Delver's Torch. I don't mind the Delver's Torch. None of these do really anything on their own, so I'm gonna Brainstorm end step. Okay. Snacker. Okay, we have a Blood-Priest. Snacker attachments, I'm gonna go Blood-Priest attachments. Next turn draw. We're gonna go for a abandon attachments and the Sneaky Snacker. Hopefully find an island. Obviously don't find an island. Okay. I'm gonna go Bojuka Bog then. They will get actually only a card with a scroll. They go Squire. Yep, that's really good. I needed to have a counter spell for that, but I didn't, so it's not good. Find an island. That's a good draw. I'm gonna go to combat and swing for 2. I think I'm gonna play a Malakir Blood-Priest here, and we can have Sprite or counter spell up. I'm gonna go here. They're gonna play equip 3 mana with this guy. Okay, it's fine. They're gonna swing. They're gonna venture into the dungeon. Lost Mine of Faldember. Yeah, that's the best one. No blocks here. Okay, that's it. Sure. They're gonna upkeep me. Do something on my upkeep. They're gonna Traben Charm my guy. Okay, I think I'm just gonna spell Stutter Sprite that. Let's draw. Okay, Island is one of the best draws. I'm actually gonna swing. They have the Perfected Pastry, so they can buff this up to 4. So I'm actually gonna swing for 4, because I can counterspell the Pastry if I want, right? I'm gonna go Blood-Priest again. Drain 3, end step. We have a counterspell up. Pastry would kinda sucks. They can go Mine Tunnels or Goblin Lair. Journey. I think I'm gonna counterspell a Journey. Try a Goblin. If they have another Traben Charm, it sucks. I don't want to get blown out, so I'm not going to do anything here. They have an Angel, Inspiring Overseer. Okay. We find a Spell Stutter Sprite, which is not bad, actually. I kind of want to keep my Faeries, so I'm just going to go like that. If they want to block, it's okay. They're going to block, sure. Yeah, this venturing into the dungeon seems to be doing quite a lot, not gonna lie. Play Universal Automaton. I didn't want that to happen, because they could gain 5 life, and that's pretty destructive for us, so I don't love that. Seraph of Dawn, I'm gonna counterspell the Seraph of Dawn. Attack, yeah. They're gonna drain. Okay, they don't want to counter, sure. Faeries here. Let's see what we get with this. Ninja of the Deep Hours into abandoned attachments. I don't like the attachments. I love the ninja though. I'm gonna top that. Go to combat. Let's swing. They complete the dungeon and draw. It's really good. Not gonna block. Definitely gonna play something. It's a Planner Ally. Okay. Idyllic Range on the ally. Okay. We will draw ninja. Hopefully that will carry us. They gain 5. Never mind. Think it's bad. Okay, let's go to combat. Let's attack with everything. I'm gonna go Ninja of the Deep Hours on the Spell Stutter Sprite. Gonna draw. Yes. Find a Sneaky Snacker, which I can play. Okay, I'm gonna play the Snacker. Let's go end step. We can counter up to 4 drop. Expedition map is fine. Expedition map searches for Seraph Sanctuary, I think. Gains them 1, but that's okay. Ninja can die because it can attack anyway. Unless they double swing, of course. They get double ventures. That's really fine. That's really good on their part. I enjoyed that. Lost Mine of Fandel were really cool. We also ran out of cards really quickly in this one, so I don't love that, to be honest. We're being dealt 7 as well. That is pretty bad. Go to 5, yep. Delver's Torch. I'm gonna spell stutter the Torch. Scroll of Avacyn, okay. Bog. Okay, I'm just gonna go Bog, exile their graveyard. I can't keep attacking, so I'm not gonna. Equip for 3, so they can swing with the ally if they want. They get double venture, which will draw them a card. It's actually really nice. I actually like their deck a lot. -4, -0, yeah. I'm gonna block here and also block here, because I don't want to die. Counterspell. I don't know, let's just concede. I don't feel like... I don't know, maybe we are just worse Dimir Faeries. I really thought Dimir Party could be really, really cool, but it doesn't really seem like it so far. We're gonna bring the Spell Bombs. They play a lot of artifacts. I'm gonna bring the Annuls too. I don't think we need Fumes. Get rid of the Blood-Priests, 1 Brainstorm, 1 Abandon Attachments. Yeah, just honestly the first deck resembled Party more, right? The first deck resembled Party more. The second one is just like, it seems like Dimir Faeries with Blood-Priest, which doesn't even have space in this deck, so I don't really like that. I'm gonna keep this, I don't mind it. If they're gonna go Expo map or something on 1, I wanna have Annul ready, so I'm gonna play the island on 1 actually. Even though it might seem weird, I wanna be able to counter their map on 1, or Bagel and Schmear, or they also play something else, I think. Scroll of Avacyn too. They're gonna go Seraph Sanctuary. Here's the map, so good call. Fairy Seer is pretty cool. Could go for the Fairy Seer, could also go for another 1-drop, but if I don't go for the 1-drop, it's really bad. I can also just Brainstorm, scry away what I don't need. Okay, I'm just gonna go Ice Tunnel, play a Fairy Seer, I think. Nihil a Spell Bomb. Sure, I want a Spell Bomb, I think. Gonna play a 2-drop. Oh, it's a scroll. Okay, so the Spell Stutter would be good. They also play double 1-drop, actually. Okay, here's the Spell Bomb. So I'm gonna just attack. I'm gonna play the Nihil Spell Bomb. I'm gonna pass the turn. Cycle that. Gain 5. Big in combat, sure. We're gonna get attack. 1-2, Journey. I'm gonna Spell Stutter the Journey. Foreboding Landscape. That's really good. We can Brainstorm that way. So I actually like that. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna play a Sneaky Snacker, which I would block because I have the Foreboding Landscape and the Brainstorm, right? Spell map, sure. Map. Which land do we get here? A desert. Wow. That is pretty amazing against us. I'm gonna snap block here. Second main. We're gonna go Brainstorm. Ice Tunnel Fairy Seer, another Sneaky Snacker. Okay, so what do I don't want? I do not want Ice Tunnel Sneaky Snacker, I think, from these cards. This returns back. I'm gonna sack this. We're gonna search for an island. Counterspell. I like that, actually. Let's go Fairy Seer. I would like Thorn of the Black Rose or something. Lorien Ice Tunnel. Yeah, so I think I'm just casting Lorien, right? Well, I'm not, but yeah, if I correct Spell Bomb, I keep the Ice Tunnel. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go top. I wanna draw the Ice Tunnel. Did I play land this turn? I did not, so I can just do this. I will play the Ice Tunnel, which means we can play Lorien next turn. We have Counterspell up. Not gonna swing, they have Desert up. Pretty good, but still lacking Dazzling Angel. It's a Counterspell. Still lacking some... I just feel like we're lacking cards. I don't know. We do have a lot of card draw in general, but I don't know. Just doesn't feel very smooth. I'm gonna go Lorien here. Island Snacker. This Desert's doing work. Cast and Counterspell. I don't want these cards. The only thing I really want, like genuinely, is... I don't know. Probably go Seraph of Dawn. Just Thorn. Just if you give me Thorn or the Black Rose, I'm a happy man. They also play Holy Light, which, yeah, that would be bad. Okay, I'm gonna go another Lorien Revealed. Bojuka Bug. Obviously, I tapped the Ice Tunnel, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna go here. If they find Holy Light, it's bad. Perfected Pastry, sure. Here's a counter. I think I'll be pretty happy to block here. Or I can just cast down. Yeah, it's probably better not to block. If they go land, they'll Journey. Probably the Spell Stutter. Or is it the Sneaky Snacker? It's the Snacker. That's better for me, actually. They're gonna probably swing, which is really nice. It would be nice even if they didn't. We just have cast down, so this actually feels like a pretty good turn for us finally. Sneaky Snacker. I'm gonna go cast down on the Seraph. I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna Ninja the Fairy. I wish to use the ability. We have an Ice Tunnel, which I will gladly play. And we'll leave up a Spell Stutter Sprite. We can counter anything, almost anything. Journey. I'll Spell Stutter the Journey. They knew about the Spell Stutter, so they probably have something else. Maybe not. Okay. Find an island. Let's go to combat. I'm gonna swing with the Ninja only. We draw. The Brainstorm is sweet. I'm gonna Brainstorm. Wow, we're getting locked here. That's pretty bad. Let me go Snacker Island. Okay, I need to make this work. We have double counterspell though, so I believe we can, but the desert is kinda doing some stuff. They go Seraph of Dawn. I'm just gonna spell Stutter Sprite. We can attack here with everything. It's pretty nice. Let's go to combat, swing with everything. Yes, we're gonna find the Sneaky Snacker. Let's play Sneaky Snacker and the Sneaky Snacker and an island. Pass. Yes, I could leave up the island for Brainstorm. They go Overseer. I will allow that. Well, I actually won't. We find a Thorn. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna swing with everything. Play Thorn. Should mark the end of this game, to be honest, or at least I hope that's gonna happen. Snacker. They're gonna desert my spell Stutter Sprite. Makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna go Thorn of the Black Rose. Should mark the end of this, I hope. Brainstorm. Cool. Could have Holy Light. They have a Seraph. I'm gonna Brainstorm. Maybe finding a counter spell or not. Okay. Gonna go land Pachuca Book. If they block, are they dead anyway? So let's say they block the biggest damage, which is Ninja. They gain 2 of that. So do we have 6? We do. Let's go to combat and attack. That was better, significantly better than the previous one. I guess we are running it back, right? Yeah, we're definitely running it back. That didn't feel terrible, but again, we are playing Dimir Faeries now, not really a party deck, so maybe Golgari Party makes more sense. It felt really cool with Ghostly Flicker, but if you guys know about some cards that would work better with this, please let me know. This hand is good, by the way. I'm gonna keep. They're gonna go Perfected Pastry on 1, reasonable. They find a Lorien. Rather, we find the Lorien. We'll just cycle that. We need black pretty bad in this hand, so I'm gonna cycle for that. I'm gonna cycle Lorien. We're gonna pick up an Ice Tunnel here next turn. Nihil Spell Bomb. Okay, I guess I can play the Spell Bomb after all. I don't really need to though. I can also just cycle Lorien Revealed. I have 3 mana next turn. What does that mean? Really nothing new. I can just play the Spell Bomb. They're gonna just crack the Pastry and draw. Reasonable. Here's the Squire. Damn. That's some crazy value right there. I'm gonna allow it. There's the Pastry. Yep. Find an island. Does that change anything? I don't feel like it really does. We have a Thorn. That's kind of the play around here. We have a Thorn. I think I'm just playing this. I'm holding up a counterspell, holding up a Snuff Out. They try to Pastry on that. We are just preparing on Thorn next turn. That's it. That's what we want to do, and hopefully that will win us the game. We have Snuff Out counterspell for it, so yeah, I'm gonna Snuff Out this guy. Do they still draw the card? They do, right? They don't. Okay. They're gonna go Delver's Torch. I almost don't care about that. Yeah, I almost don't care about that. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna cycle Lorien. We will get a island next turn. Okay, let's draw. Ninja of the Deep Hours. Not too shabby. I'm gonna go Thorn of the Black Rose here. We will start drawing cards, which is precisely what we want. Okay. That's not bad. Whatever they play, we will have to eat, like the Overseer. They also missed a land drop. I feel pretty bad for them in that regard. I think I can wait on the cast down. I can probably also just attachment a Snacker, hopefully finding a land. Actually, I like that more. Let's attachment the Snacker, hopefully finding a land. No response. Never mind. We find another attachments and another Snacker. Jesus. Never mind. We're just gonna cast down the Overseer then. Let's always yield to the Monarchy. Next turn we can do it again. Gonna go for their Seraph Sanctuary. Seraph of Dawn. That one's good. I'm gonna cycle this Lorien for an island. Find an Anul, huh? Okay. I think I'm just gonna play a Sneaky Snacker regularly, honestly. If they have Holy Light, this kind of sucks. But yeah, I think I'm playing a Snacker, holding up a Null counterspell. I'm gonna swing here. Faeries here, okay. They go Perfected Pastry. I will just annul that. They can swing if they want. They can't really because we have a beautiful double block. It's pretty nice. I could use the attachments. I don't really feel like I want to though. Foreboding Landscape. Sure. Let me play a Faeries here first. See what we want to do. Counterspell. That's very good. It's bottom top. We will draw the counterspell. I'm gonna go Foreboding Landscape. Should have attacked with a Thorn probably. -1 damage. Draw a card. That's a counterspell. So we have double counterspell now. It's really good. We'll search for a swamp with this one. Leon and Squire. That's a 2/2. I want to counterspell that 2/2. Try to Journey Me. Yeah, I'm good on that, I think. End step. Let's pick up a Foreboding Landscape. Rather, a swamp with the landscape. I'm gonna also just crack the spell bump now. Island. Okay, let's see what we find. Another spell bump. Okay, I want to get back the Snacker, so I'm gonna do this. Let's abandon attachments and island. Find a spell Stutter Sprite, pretty good. We have a Lorien here. I'm gonna wait on the Sprite, I think. Cast down is slick, I love it. Desert is good. Try the Journey. I'll try to Sprite the Journey, I think. They have a Holy Light, that is very good. That works. But we will cast down the Seraph, so it's not the end of the world, I guess. We will cast down the Seraph, feels pretty good. Second main next turn, alright. Pachuca Bog. Yeah, there's nothing else to do than just Lorien probably. Oh, need 5. Yeah. Okay, double snacker is back. Wait, what? Okay, I guess I tapped wrong because now I don't. That was weird. I guess I tapped wrong. Oh, yeah. The game wanted to know which colors I'm using. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I should play another snacker if I tap differently. That was really awkward. That's fine. We have snuff out though. Feels good. They go plan or rely. Looks like a snuff out target if I'm being honest. Find a spell stutter sprite. I like that. I think I'll be patient, I think. Let's attack for 4. They're gonna desert. We already know. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna go snacker, landscape. The plan is to have spellbomb activation up. We can also end step, spell stutter, and then we can ninja before the desert hits, because this is end of combat step. Inspiring overseer. They could have another holy light, which would kinda suck honestly, but I'm gonna take the risk. Yeah, worked. Okay. Will journey. I'll annul the journey, I think. Second main, end step. I'm gonna crack the spellbomb here. I just want the card. Spell stutter sprite. Okay. I'm gonna crack this landscape. Search for the another. We have only one swamp, never mind. Let's go next turn, draw Faeries here. Let's go to combat. We're gonna swing like that. We're gonna ninja back the spell stutter sprite, draw card, abandon attachments, pretty cool. We're gonna desert my thing, okay. I'm gonna go Faeries here, ice tunnel Faeries here. I'm gonna go bottom, honestly. End step. We have 4 minutes, so we need to be fast. We have double snacker here, coming back, as of our monarchy. Let's go. And we win the match. Swalar left. GG against Angels. But we played Dimir Faeries, not really Party, so that wasn't ideal. Alright, we are back with the conclusion. Deck feels honestly pretty weak. At first, with the Ghostly Flickers only, it felt pretty bad because your only source of card advantage was either Lorien or the Ghostly Flicker plus the Crouch and Relic. And also the Faeries didn't really do much in the deck because we have no ninjas, they didn't really fit well into the deck. So then I've decided to go only with Sneaky Snackers, remove the Ghostly Flicker, which didn't feel good. You were basically worse than the Faeries, so that felt pretty bad. And then last but not least, we combined the strategy, which feels like the strongest and most consistent, but at the same time it's probably not perfect. The Blood-Priest is no longer a build around in this version. It's more like a toolboxy piece to kinda gain you some life, which is I guess pretty cool, but you are kinda combining Faeries and the strategy with Ghostly Flicker. Deck is not weak, it can have some slow starts. For example, if your hand contains an island and a Lorien, your first black source will be available on turn 3, which is pretty horrible. And you of course don't want to be in that position in some matchups, for example, if you need to cast down something very early. So yeah, definitely, you know, some things that could be improved about this deck. I don't mind the idea, I think it's pretty cool. I'm just not sure which way to take it and what is the best way to play it. So if you have any ideas, please let me know below, I would love to hear them. Because Dimir Party is after all a pretty interesting archetype that I'm just not really sure how to build properly. So that's everything from me for today, and bye.